Hey, I'm Will Roberts, and today our lesson is typecasting. I'll tell you what it is, I'll tell you how to avoid it, and I'll tell you actually how to use it in your benefit. So here we go. Let's start the lesson now. So here's the deal. You caught me in my military outfit. I walk around in it all the time. That's not true. But here's the deal. I'm in the middle of self-taping. I have my green screen set up. Any kind of backdrop will do, as long as it's not busy, but we'll get into that in self-taping. But I'm about to do two different reads for two different movies. One, I'm playing a military general, so I'm gonna be like a military general, and this is my outfit. And then also, I'm gonna be playing a cop, a Southern cop. That'll come next. But let's talk about typecasting. Now, a lot of people out there, when they're starting, think, well, typecasting is bad. I don't want to be that type or this type. So what is typecasting?
Typecast. Assign actor or actress repeatedly to the same type of role.
Typecasting is, what do they see you as? I hate to tell you this, but Hollywood doesn't have much of an imagination.
No.
Shocker, huh? Anyway, so when they see you in your headshot and your pictures that you have, of course, hopefully you have them on our profile here. But the thing is they'll look at you and say, well, you're this or you're that. For instance, me. You look at me, and a lot of times people think military general, cop, cowboy, because I have a lot of cowboy skills. That's the type that they see me as. But you don't always want to do that. And I see a lot of people sending messages on Facebook and Instagram and on the website saying, I don't want to be caught into a typecast. I don't want to play the girl next door all the time. Well, let me tell you something. In Hollywood and anywhere around the world, it's a blessing if you can work as an actor and be able to be a certain type and work all the time. Mainly because, well, it's hard to get acting jobs to begin with. So with that being said, utilizing your typecast can be good for you. Here's why.
How can typecasting help an actor? Listen up.
But I'm known for these types of characters. So I've established myself in some directors and casting directors that I do this type of character well. However, I want to break out of that mold sometimes. See, you can't really do the weird characters and the type characters that you want to do if you're starting out or no one knows who you are. Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt and those guys, Tom Cruise, remember he did a big, like a fat guy with a bald head and he was really weird? Well, he funded that movie, I think, and he also has done it enough to show that he's really good and successful at what he does. So Hollywood looked at him and said, hey man, whatever you want to do, it's up to you, because they trust him. So why am I telling you this? Here's a couple of tips that you can use typecasting in your own best interest and to help you with your career.
Don't be afraid of typecasting. Embrace it.
Don't be afraid to be a typecast. Use that and do as much as you can. What do I mean by that? Well, produce your own stuff. Right now I've got my iPhone 8 Plus up. I'm shooting, I've got a scene, I could do a monologue, to be or not to be. But what if I decided to do the monologue as a homeless person? I want to show the actors out there that you can do things on your own and produce your own stuff and be able to show Hollywood and casting directors and directors that you can be different. Case in point, I follow a couple of people on Instagram that are really very attractive people. They're models. I follow them because, for instance, this young lady, I looked at everything other than her real picture for the longest time, and she was doing scenes and she was doing acting stuff where she was playing like a drug addict and just really unattractive looking. I was like, wow, she looks really bad and she's really into it and she's acting and she's doing a great job. Then I saw her picture and she's gorgeous, but she's playing against type. Very smart, because if they just see the pretty picture or a picture of you as a certain way, there's a good chance you're going to get pigeonholed as typecasting. So produce your own stuff.
Try to do projects that go against your type.
Tip 2, parents, as you're listening to this, it's easy for your kids to be put into a particular category. The cheerleader, the bully boy, whatever it happens to be. Try to be able to give your child a lot of different options that they can, elaborate on, so that way when they're looked at and someone's looking at their portfolio on our site, Then what can happen is that they can see that, wow, I never thought of that person for that. Here's another case in point. In a second, we're going to go on set with a thing I'm doing. It's a web series or a TV series. And they asked me, the director sent me the audition notice, and I went, I want to play that person. And she said, wait, but that's not who I was thinking of. I was thinking of this. Luckily, I had done my work, and she knows me real well, and she can see my demo reel, my reel of work. And she said, you know, you're a good actor, you're funny, you do this. You can play that role. Well, that role is Jack the Ripper. And I was really looking forward to that because one other thing,
Learn skills that transform you as an actor.
dialects. I love dialects. So Jack the Ripper, I told the director, look, this is 1800s England. I want to play him with a Cockney accent. So what I did was I worked on my Cockney accent, and fortunately enough, I do a lot of voiceovers. And so I did it like this, and it was kind of evil. Hey, mate, come over here. Anyway, point is that having dialects can help change what people look at you and how they look at you and whether or not they typecast you. So try different things and collect bags of tricks.
Special skills.
Next tip, special skills. I keep saying this, but if you don't want to be typecast, then I would suggest you try to get multiple skills. Yesterday I went into an audition. It was actually a callback for a commercial. And they wanted me as a golfer, and I golf. I love golf. So all these special skills always come into my work, especially commercial work. And they said, wait, these guys are going in first. They're going in as wine connoisseur. I'm like, wait a second. I lived in a wine region. I live in one now. I've studied wine. Hey, casting director, can I do that? And she said, yeah, sure. So I went in, I did the scene that they wanted. The director said, oh my God, I can't, oh, actually he was French, so he said, oh my God, I can't believe that you can spin the cup that way. The glass is with the wine. Can you keep spinning it? And I said, is that a question or do you want me to? And he said, keep spinning it. You're the only one they've had so far who can spin the glass correctly. So I did it, and he was very happy, and I'm happy because, again, special skills come into place to help you change what you look like and how you're perceived.
Develop your own characters.
Finally, let's go and see what else I'm doing here. I'm doing another cop thing, so here, let's do it. A little bit of magic. There it is. So now I'm a police officer. But they wanted me to be a Southern police officer, so remember what I told you in the tip? Dialects. I got a Texas or an Oklahoma accent that I use a lot doing cowboy stuff. And because of what I do, because I'm one of the top gun spinners and trick ropers in the world, I kind of have a lot of folks that I can study when I'm doing my thing and I'm spinning my rope and my guns to help me as an actor. Anyway, point is that these different characters, you should try as many as you can. Get them on tape, get them on film, and use them. Get a YouTube channel. That's your next tip. Get a YouTube channel, get your Instagram, get Snapchat, whatever. Moms and dads, get your kids performing, and it gets the bugs out, and they can do the different characters, and they can try to stretch so they're not stretching in the audition. Because when you go in the audition, and it's normally like this, but you've got people standing there watching you, seeing whether or not you're going to be right for the role, that's nerve-wracking. Work out all your bugs here at home and set up your own self-taping thing. Look, you can be typecast and work forever. That's not a bad thing, so don't look at it badly. But second of all, it's a lot of fun to try different characters and get them under your belt, get them in your repertoire. Oh, let's go now on set with my Jack the Ripper thing that I did. Just a little bit of fun stuff. Here we go.
Is there any way to make it black?
Yeah, now.
Okay, so I'm on set, and down below the director
So if you're talking, I think you were talking, you said something.
is talking to one of the main actors about the scene. But this is really what I'm talking about, having projects that you can do where you're doing something that's outside you. In this thing, I'm playing Jack the Ripper. So, there's an evil sort of crazy way that I normally wouldn't be, but the director knows me, knows my work, has seen my demo, and has allowed me and is very happy with what I'm doing. Anyway, and I have a chance to use some of my skills like dialects. So I'm speaking with an English accent, more of a Cockney thing because it's Jack the Ripper, the time of 1800s. You should try different things to expand yourself and to show people and directors and casting people and your agents that you can do different things.